I need a moment. Because I honestly just finished Shawn Mendes in Wonder.
And it feels like a dream.
The new documentary on, of course, Shawn Mendes. I wanted to sit down and break down everything that was this documentary because personally I am a huge Shawn Mendes fan, have been since the start, and I'm also just a very big music documentary fan, especially Netflix docs such as Lady Gaga, 5'2", and Taylor Swift's Miss Americana. I love the artists that Netflix chooses for these documentaries because they are totally different under the surface than what they give off to the public. And I adore this because they peel them back like onions. Each and every layer, each and every section of this documentary focuses on a different aspect of their life and what makes them them. Was a few things for Shawn Mendes. It was his fans, the fact he just still feels like a normal kid, Camilla, and his family. Those are the main points of this documentary. We're gonna break down one of the most important ones, which is his relationship with Camila Cabello. Now, coming off of the last Netflix documentary I saw was, of course, Miss Americana, and Taylor Swift, of course, did not want to make the focus her relationships for obvious reasons. This was a good refresh, as in being open with being in a relationship while being a major pop star. Like, he really puts that in a unique perspective by talking about him and Camila when they're both 16, watching videos, and realizing that they both had those same experiences of being insecure and growing up in the eyes of the media, which is a scary thing to do and not many people can relate to that. And he highlights that. He's like, not many people know that, and she does. It really makes you understand why they work, why they're each other's support systems, because they know what the other is going through. And this documentary highlighted that perfectly without being so mushy-gushy, which is appreciated because I was going into this, I expected it to be a lot about Camilla. It was very well done, their relationship, and they're really cute. Choosing Shawn Mendes for this documentary was one of the smartest moves Netflix has done. Because I adore Shawn Mendes, not just because, you know, he's cute and attractive, but also I adore him for the person that he is. And the person he continues to show his fans through the years. He has not changed one bit. From the first days of Vine, all the way to being #1 and having a song with Justin Bieber. He is still the same Shawn Mendes underneath, and that is absolutely impeccable that he has been able to stay so level-headed through everything. And I give him props. Like, I am proud to be a fan of his just because of the way he's grown up and the way he's handled everything. And I appreciate that Netflix took the time to show that side of Shawn Mendes because everyone deserves to see that and see that he's not just some kid that got lucky through Vine and social media. He worked his ass off and got where he is today by not only being talented, but by working hard. I give him so much credit for being who he is and being one of the most genuine artists that have graced this earth in a good amount of years. But Shawn Mendes kept his head, and I appreciate that. And I am very proud of how he's grown up in the limelight. And he even highlights his faults in this documentary with that unfortunate series of events in Brazil where he ends up getting sick, his vocal cords are affected, and he has to go on vocal rest right before one of the biggest shows on his tour in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You could tell it broke his heart. And seeing that genuine reaction from just one show out of hundreds that he had on that tour, he really is just that amazing of a human being. And I appreciate him so much. And I just cried. I cried with him because I felt so bad for him. Like, letting down all those people. But I'm also, going off of that, I'm so proud of the fans. I'm so proud of them that they were able to rally around him during that difficult time. And also, going off of his fans, that moment at the end where one of his fans during a meet and greet is just like, just crying, saying how thankful she is for him, and he is so appreciative and open to this girl he's never met, but she knows she's grown up with him. Is so insane to see. Like, how do you accept that love and affection in someone you've never met? But he does, and I'm just astounded by how genuine and open and caring Shawn Mendes is. This documentary as a whole just really made me happy, and also very proud of Shawn. The only negative I have of this entire documentary is the cropped jean jacket vest. Shawn, please explain that look. That's literally the only negative I have from this doc. At the moment I saw it, I was like, he's really wearing that. But yeah, a lot of us have really forgotten that Shawn Mendes came from Vine. Like, he was one of the MadCon boys. And if you don't know what MadCon is, it's the original Hype House. And as a whole, on this documentary, the gist is, as famous as he gets, he's just simply a guy that loves to write music, sing, and he's doing what he loves. And he appreciates that. And he's genuine and open and caring. And if you don't already listen to Shawn Mendes' music or follow him, I would highly advise doing so. And if you haven't seen this doc yet, and you don't know anything about Shawn Mendes, go watch it, because he's amazing. The amount of adjectives I could use to describe this boy. Those are all my thoughts and reactions and opinions to Freshly Finishing in Wonder by Shawn Mendes. If you want more content like this of me more reviewing documentaries and movies instead of just TV shows on Netflix, let me know down in the comments. I will gladly do so, as you can tell. Catch you next video when I tackle a new Disney Plus documentary about my girl Taylor that's dropping tonight. So very excited about that one. Very excited. Like, when I heard those news, I was like, oh. If you want to be notified when that video drops, hit subscribe and hit the bell, so you're the first person to be notified for that video and get that first like. Also, as normal, check out all of our social medias, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.